Join the mission to protect America with bonuses up to $50,000 and generous benefits. Apply now. Join.ice.gov and fulfill your mission.
All the big Emmy winners, show highlights, and red carpet fashion. Plus, your chance to win 4 one-day, one-park tickets to Disneyland Resort for Halloween time. Monday.
Seven new details on the accused killer of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. The social media comments investigators are using to build their case.
In the aftermath of Kirk's killing tonight, new concerns over the impacts of social media as Utah Governor Spencer Cox calls it a cancer on our society.
And a terrifying home in North Hollywood. How homeowner took matters into his own hands. Now all the news at 7. Good evening, I'm Mike.
And I'm Sandra Mitchell. Erica Calvin. Erica Kirk, the widow of Charlie Kirk, speaking publicly for the first time since her husband's murder.
And just hours after investigators announced the suspect accused of the killing is now in custody. Lindsay Payne in the case with details. Lindsay.
Yeah, Micah, Sandra, Mrs. Erica Kirk spoke for several minutes. First responders that day tried to see her husband. Those who arrested the suspect, also President Trump and Vice President Vance for their support. She says her husband would want to be remembered for his courage and his faith. She also said her husband's work would continue.
The evildoers responsible for my husband's assassination have no idea what they have done. They killed Charlie because he preached a message of patriotism, faith, and of God's merciful love. But they should all know this. If you thought that my husband's mission was powerful before, you have no idea. You have no idea what you just have unleashed across this entire country. And this world, you have no idea.
And just hours earlier, we heard from investigators about the arrest of the gunman, who at this point, authorities say they believe acted alone. Investigators are releasing more details about how he was taken into custody and the evidence they have against him.
We got him.
Authorities Friday morning announcing the capture of 22-year-old Tyler Robinson from Utah in connection with the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk.
I want to thank the family members of Tyler Robinson who did the right thing.
Although he hasn't been formally charged, Robinson arrested on suspicion of aggravated murder, felony discharge of a firearm causing serious bodily harm, and obstruction of justice, all felonies, according to documents released in the case. Governor Spencer Cox and Robinson confessed to the shooting to his father, who took steps to have him arrested. Cox says Robinson had expressed opposition to Kirk's views. The affidavit, which gives a detailed account of the chain of events leading up to and after the fatal shooting, also gives more information about the evidence against Robinson. That evidence includes messages on the chat platform Discord, which discuss, quote, stating a need to retrieve a rifle from a drop point, leaving the rifle in a bush, messages related to visually watching the area where a rifle was left, a message referring to having left a rifle wrapped in a towel. Investigators also found writings on bullet casings, one reading, quote, a fascist catch.
Catch like a ball, catch this. I think that speaks for itself.
At this point, officials believe he acted alone, but the investigation is ongoing.
We have over 11,000 leads that were called in to the FBI, and we are running out every single lead that we can.
FBI Director Kash Patel praised law enforcement for quick work.
In 33 hours, we have made historic progress for Charlie.
Meanwhile, people living in the suspect's neighborhood reacting to his arrest Friday.
I would never have guessed that would have been him. That's not who he was raised to be. I think social media and friends that have gotten it wrong.
And the Utah County Attorney's Office says Robinson will be formally charged Tuesday. He's currently being held in Utah County Jail without bail. In the News Center, Lindsay Pena, KTLA 5 News.
Thank you, Lindsay.
This is not good for us. It is not good to consume. Social media is a cancer on our society right now. And I would encourage people to log off, turn off, touch grass, hug a family member, go out and do good in your community.
Utah Governor Spencer Cox speaking out against social media today after a barrage of graphic videos of Charlie Kirk's assassination went viral online. Thousands of phone cameras were at the event. Video footage was uploaded and shared within minutes.
KTLA's Jillian Smuckler spoke to a mental health professional about those graphic videos.
Social media is a cancer on our society right now.
Oh my God.
Multiple angles, slowed down clips, even loops of the shooting flooded social media platforms like X, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram.
We have not evolved in a way that we are capable of processing those types of violent imagery.
We spoke with a psychologist about the emotional and physical impact this kind of exposure can have on our bodies.
If anybody accidentally stumbles upon a visual image that is traumatic, it can cause a traumatic reaction.
Dr. Walfish says our brains aren't built to process repeated exposure to graphic violence. But she says there's a lot of people with what's called counterphobia.
If there's something frightening online, they might go and watch it over and over and over, thinking the first time it terrified me, this time I won't be so scared. I'll be able to successfully master the fear.
Even if someone thinks they're just curious, the images can linger and affect your mood, sleep, overall well-being.
All it does is keep them stuck in the trauma and doesn't allow them to process the enormity and power of terrifying feelings.
Politicians and psychologists alike agree that social media has real consequences, not only on your mental health, but also on how you process tragedy. That's why it's important to be prepared, know what you're walking into if you open up social media, and also know what to filter out. Back to you.
Now to breaking news. LA County Sheriff's deputies initiated this pursuit, the want carjacking, this now down south in Irvine.
You can see that white SUV left side of your screen. Gil Levis overhead. He's at Sky 5 for us. Gil.
Los Angeles Mike vehicle traveling southbound 405 freeway. El Toro Y, the California Highway Patrol now in pursuit. It started with the Sheriff's Department in the, we believe it's either the Compton or Lakewood area. The want on this was for carjacking and attempted kidnapping. But I can tell you that the CHP has, or the Sheriff's Department has confirmed that there are no children in the vehicle. Apparently this driver tried to possibly kidnap some children, but they're saying there's no one in the vehicle except the suspect right now. It's southbound 405 freeway and coming up into the El Toro Y right now. It jumped on the 65 freeway, went south to the 405 freeway, and then traveled all this way here into Irvine. So we'll see what direction the vehicle decides to go. It looks like committed to that southbound 5 freeway here as we approach the 5 and the 405 interchange here, but we'll see if the driver continues or tries to get off and go back towards the north. But at this point, no sign of stopping. He has got 2 units behind him. He's on the transition road here. He's slowing down a little bit now. We'll see what the driver's just trying to decide to do here. Might be playing a little cat and mouse with the CHP or not. We're not sure, but let's try to get a shot in the window of the vehicle, but completely blacked out there on the tint on the windows, but has slowed down quite a bit here, 64 miles an hour. Maybe the driver's not familiar with the area, but still southbound here on the on